Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rambles and Recaps. I am X Mayhem, and today I'm joined by my lovely editor. Say hi, editor.
Hi.
And today we're going to be covering Fallout Season 2. For those of you who haven't watched it, spoilers very much ahead. And also, for those of you who haven't watched it, please watch it. It is so freaking good. It gets my gold star immediately. Like, I cannot give high enough praise to this show. 5 out of 5. 10 out of 10. All of it.
No, yeah,
Oh,
like in a world of poor video game adaptations, especially from like Bethesda, it's shockingly good.
okay. In a world of poor video game adaptations, just hire Ella Purnell and you're bound to have success. Let's be real. 2 out of 2, she's gotten 10 out of 10s. Like, Arcane and Fallout both succeeding amazingly. Girl's got some magic to her. I believe it. Ah, no. Like this, I can't think of another series besides Arcane that is video game based or even a movie that's done a good job adapting it. Like adapting the source material. Like even I know Detective Pikachu was good. I know the Sonic movies are fine. I've watched some with my nephew. But like I've never had one that like made me want to play the game like this did and like Arcane did. How about you? What are your thoughts on it besides
I'm
what
a
you just said?
I don't think I like I don't think I don't think I realized it before this, but I'm like an accidental mega fan of Fallout. I played it. I played like every game. I have read the comic. It's like I just it turns out I'm a fan. It turns out.
To give you guys some context, every time something would come up on screen, Squishy would immediately know what it was and tell me about it. And if it was a lot of information, he would either pause if it was an important part of the show, if it wasn't an important part of the show, and if it was important part of the show, like a big scene, he would wait to the end of the episode and he'd be like, okay, so, and then he'd go into a full like lovely and amazing tangent about what was just being discussed or was just shown. I can remember like 3 times, you're like, oh my God, they're doing this. And it made me smile each time. My God. Uh,
Appreciate it.
of course, of course. It's the same
Yeah,
way
like
I was with
as a
League.
diehard fan, I like it to a surprising degree. I don't know, I feel like I haven't been a fan of the recent direction of Fallout where they've been moving towards the like Atom Punk of the style rather than the old like wasteland kind of like Western style
Hmm.
of it. But this does a great job of blending both purely by having the ghoul to show the old games and then like and then basically like and then like Lucy to show the new games kind of deal. It's very
Loose.
interesting how they balance that.
I mean, listen, I was gonna say the reason why it still feels like a Western is because they have a literal cowboy in it. Like they
Yeah.
do. Coop the Ghoul is quite literally so integral to the show. I don't even like the strong stoic male characters in normal media that much. I'm here for every ghoul scene.
Yeah. It's just good. It's surprisingly good.
It's surprisingly good and it really holds up to just overall anything and everything that people have tried to criticize it about because this show has had a lot of unearned criticism. Like there are things that we could definitely like spend more than a few minutes talking about that we will later. But like this show has caught flack for things that just aren't even true or things that like people who haven't even watched it or played the games have just said online just to be rage baiting. Um they're tourists of the wastelands as we've called them before in like season 1. Um
Yep.
But no, like first thoughts of season 2, it is a very strong continuation of season 1. I think they were able to juggle each and every aspect and every character that they introduced fairly well. I don't think anyone was like lost to the mix. And they have a lot of characters. Like this is not a show like where it's just like one or two people and then a bunch of background. Everyone kind of has a moment to shine. Even some of the background actors in season one, like
Yeah,
like
like
Woody.
the incest guy.
Oh
Like
God, incest guy, Woody, everyone like around Betty and what's her name, Stephanie. Like everyone
yeah,
around those two, they all get parts. Every single one of them. Buds, hilarious addition. They were not meant for the wastelands. I'll just say that as a spoiler. They tried so hard to be corporate, but sweeties, corporate is more cutthroat than you could ever be. Um, and I think my last like first thoughts, like looking back over everything, I am very glad that they didn't get lost in the minutia of details. Like everything felt like it was really well explained, and if it was a very big complicated idea, they teased it or they like left it open for us to figure out on our own as the episodes went on. Um, it never felt like I was being handheld or that I was being treated like an idiot. I was very much a part of the show and a part of the lore as I went. And I'm very lucky I had a super fan to tell me some details that I definitely missed.
yeah. I
Um,
think as a fan, right, I did see some handholding, but that's kind of needed because All Out has a lot of lore and weird stuff, you know.
Listen, not everyone's gonna know what a magic stim pack is. I learned that like this basically just fixes everything, and that's really cool. Um,
It's a healing potion.
it's a sci-fi healing potion, and I'm here for it. Um, I think I think that's fair to say that there was some that you noticed. Again, like you're going to be more of the expert here. It's like whenever we talk about like X-Men or League. I have a lot of expertise on those routes. Fallout, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, those are your domain. Like I leave that fully in your court. What were your like first thoughts though? Because like besides like like the hand holding, like you're the mega fan here.
It was they definitely went bolder with this season, which was probably a good thing. They started the first season very small, very kind of mild, all things considered, but now they're showing more of the like wasteland monsters, the weirder weapons, more of the factions. It's very
Oh,
nice.
the factions were crazy.
It's very nice to see them, start like I think this season it starts to feel more like Fallout, where there's just messes happening.
I think I'm glad they are not. A show like this can't be clean cut, and I think in the current day and age with um a lot of media self-censoring itself or trying to be very tidy and cut like having no loose ends. Those things are like a shot in shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to
Yeah.
like mass appeal or an audience. Like 25 people that you test the show to early on are not going to tell you what me or Squishy here think all the time. Like we're gonna have very different opinions depending. Like focus groups don't do shit. In the grand scheme of things, they narrow it down too much. You need a mess, especially for a show in a wasteland slash apocalypse. Um, and again, in that time of self censoring, to have a show that shows true misogyny and while it is, in your opinion, watered down version of how bad the Legion can be, um, they were not. I thought it was like the perfect, like, hey, these are idiots who are idiots but still brutal and will still do a lot of damage. And I thought that was perfect for the time and place that we're currently in.
Oh yeah, that's fair. No, like I didn't think that it was watered down, just that, it's clearly like, my I interpreted it. Okay, you know what? Let's just go into let's go into favorite moments for that.
Yeah, let's go to the favorite moments for that. We talked enough about our first thoughts. Let's go to favorite moments.
It was 100% the realization of the Legion because of how we watched it. I didn't pick it up, but when Lucy was walking with that slave woman, I was trying I was trying to figure out like, oh, like that might be the Brahmskin outfit or the roving trader outfit, maybe. And then she said something.
Profligate.
Yeah, no. And she said something like in Latin too, and I didn't pick it up at the time. But you said, "Oh, is there any faction in Fallout that speaks Latin?"
I did
And
say
I
that.
went,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, Caesar's Legion is still
When you
alive."
said Caesar's Legion, I was like, "What? What's that? Like Caesar's Legion?" And then like we got into it, like really into it.
It's
Like,
the most controversial faction.
and this is why I think Fallout should actually be watched episodically, like as it's being released. We watched it in like in bulk, everything but the finale, and they leave Lucy on a big cliffhanger that episode where she's surrounded by them. And I'm gonna be real, even though I would have hated waiting the full week for the next episode of that to come out, I would have sat there waiting and being so like as soon as it would be on Amazon Prime, I'd pull it up on my computer or my TV and be like, "Yep, it's time to watch. I can't miss anymore. I can't," because that's there's so much tension and threat there. The things that like that girl was saying to Lucy were very foreboding. They're like honestly copyright slash not copyright but like demonetizing level of like we can't repeat that. Like it is like
Yeah.
I was enthralled by it. And then the next episode, when she gets to them and they reveal like Macaulay Culkin in there, and I'm like,
that just made us laugh. Like, what the
we
fuck?
paused. We literally paused
Like,
because we
what?
couldn't stop laughing. I was like, Brenda Song's husband? Oh my god. It was crazy. And I had like, I think the way they introduce this world and the way everything comes together is perfect. It is the best it could be done for a sci-fi fantasy, especially with modern audiences. It keeps our attention. I was like dead set on the show the entire time. I didn't want to take breaks.
Oh yeah, same. Like, it did have me enthralled. It like especially this last episode. I feel like we brushed past it. Like, it was so fast.
The last episode goes by so quickly. Without spoiling too much, I said it was like a bunch of mini episodes stitched together because it wrapped up a lot of different plots, only to immediately unravel them with more things for us to do next season. And like I think that might be my like one of my favorite things is like every plot I felt good about where they left off because I know there's another season coming. If I did not know there's another season, I would be very furious. This felt like half a season.
Like, it was an amazing balancing act for the amount of plot lines. Like, there's at least like 7 plot lines here.
Because like there's Norm, there is Betty and Stephanie, and like the stuff around Stephanie, which by the way, I'll get into that as one of my favorite moments. Like so it's like there's like Norm and then the Betty and Stephanie, and then you have Hank, his entire plot line, Lucy and Ghoul, and then you have Maximus and his stuff. Like there's 7. There's 7. And there's many plot lines within those too. Like these characters are not always like together. They do verge off. God. Did you have more to say about the Legion, by the way? Because like I know that's one of your favorite things that they introduced this season.
Yeah, whenever that gets brought up, I have to be like, I'm not a misogynist. I'm not racist.
Oh, you're not a misogynist, you're not racist. It's just like the Legion
I just love that quest line. It's so interesting, you know. Because the NCR show up in all the like what they show up in all the West Coast games. It's like it's okay, like we get it, you know. But the Legion's like, damn, like that's new, you know. That's
That, that's
interesting.
that's new. That's interesting, and also like I think you can find that type of group and type of faction interesting from a sociological and psychological perspective because it is a cult. We talked about this. It's a cult of personality. It's formed around one man, and in this show, that man is dead. And so it's falling at the seams, and people are vying for power in any way they can. And that's very interesting, especially in our current Fallout somehow written like 2 years ago is like hitting beats that is going on current day in a way that feels like very odd to me. I'm here for it, but it feels very odd. um, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Um, like also, I think everyone on this channel who watches our stuff knows that we would not associate with racists or misogynists in any way or let them in our content. That ain't happening here anytime soon. Um, Looking at you, Tom Brevoort. Anyway, he's not a part of this. No, I think if I'm going to go to one of my favorite parts before we go to another one, Steph's backstory. One, had no idea about America annexing Canada at all. Two, the fact that like she literally like runs away and like we only get this like through glimpses and like halfway through the story we're getting like all this information about her. I loved it. I loved her mom's line of like, listen, I raised you Catholic, forget about that. There's a storm coming, climb to the highest branch you can. And if and don't feel bad for anything that you do. Don't think of them as people anymore. Think of them as Americans. And then the music plays and you see her go off and kill people all the way to where she needs to get to, which is into America, which is into Vault Tech. And how she gets there is very funny to me.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting because like lore wise, yeah, we don't know much about like how the like annexation happened. So it's very interesting how we like see it. And we have a character that is affected by that, you know?
I want to see, I hope we get more of Stephanie next season so that we get to see more of what happened in Canada and why they were running. Because, like, obviously, like, during her wedding, which, girl, I get it. You want to stay in power and keep everything, like, as normal as you can. But, like, don't force someone to marry you. Trick them into marrying you. It's a lot easier in the long run.
Yes.
Yeah, come on now. Come on. The Iron Fist doesn't get you very far. Doom does. But no, like I want to see her like, and also like she's one of the few actresses that they think they like the actors that they think they have like an actual different casting for the younger her. Maybe I'm not certain, but like if it's the same woman, they didn't have to do much to make her very different because like oh my god, whereas like. The younger Hank is literally just like so uncanny valley to me. That's one of the criticisms that we'll be getting into. But like that's like I want to know more about the annexation of Canada and like the perception of Americans and communists next season too. I want that so bad. What are your other favorites?
Oh, the other favorite? Well, that like Hefclaw egg moment. It's good because I don't think in 4 they're ever in a pack, and because 4 is the most recent and played game, people have kind of and forgotten that the Deathclaws are pack hunters. Like in the old games, like they were always in a group, and like that's why they were so feared. It's not just that one is hard to kill; it's that many are there, right? And that egg, right? Like the first time that like Lucy like he and like held it, I'm like big egg near Vegas. Fuck, it's Deathclaw.
And you were like so into the idea, and you got like you gave me like a scientific paper on death claws because you're like okay, so like they were invented by this, and like you talked about how they're always in packs, And you also mentioned about how the mother is like the biggest thing ever.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, the
and I
matriarch of
the
the largest
matriarch,
one,
and I have to say,
which is
mhm.
interesting that we didn't see one because it felt like there should have been, right? Because when Maximus was just mowing through them, right? I was expecting that ball to drop. That like no, these are the adults, yes, but there's a matriarch and a patriarch still.
Okay, pitch idea, and we'll get through like our pitches slash theories later. But like pitch idea, what if like Max and Lucy run across it in Vegas when like the Legion's invading, and they use it to like hurt the Legion some way, like lead it to the Legion. Because like they're,
That
but
might make
it's
sense.
going to be a war, and they're currently there. Maybe Rob leads them to it, you know? Because like he's still active somewhat.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
uh, I think my other favorite moment, I've got to be so honest, it is definitely it has to be, and it's gonna be about around Lucy. The women of this show are crazy. Um, the drug moment, like Lucy on drugs, like her fighting, her like being like, okay, well, I quit drugs. See, easy. And then immediately caving and be like, oh my god, actually, I can't do that. Was perfect. And then her fight sequence with the Kings, which I learned about the Kings through you, hilarious and amazing.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I'm so sad that was like a small C because they are one of the they're just such a fun group, you know.
hey, listen, all we gotta do is we can pitch this, right? Is like have like a little mini short of the Kings. Come on, guys, it shouldn't be that hard. Like just you have the set, which I think a favorite of yours is that they actually built that set. They fully built New Vegas.
It's
Um,
crazy that they did that. Like that's a really specific set.
I hope they keep it. I hope they don't trash any of it. I want this to like exist on like the Amazon lot or whatever they were filming on. Um, because I would visit that. I'd pay good money to go to that set.
Right?
Um, but like they could definitely have like a few like short like 10-minute episodes of like the King's class or whatever, and the ghouls are learning how to be the king. Um, like bring back fun little short videos that like TV used to do in the 2010s, guys. It was really fun. It was a good time. Um, I guess that's the bygone era, though. I'm sorry. I get very like passionate about old TV and how it needs to come back. This is one way it can. Put it up
Oh
on
yeah,
YouTube still.
I did see this thing that's like, oh, our plan is to release season 3 as fast as possible. And basically everyone was like, "Oh, so just do what TV has been doing for and forever." Sure, great idea. Like Amazon, great
Yeah.
idea. You know?
Oh my God, it's almost like a yearly schedule is actually the point. And maybe, and just hear me out here, if you did longer seasons, and I know this sounds counterintuitive, but it's literally not. If you did longer seasons with specific sets, you wouldn't have to wait so long to CGI everything. Build the sets and have the seasons take place there. Oh, you don't have the money to build the 20 sets you need? Guess what? Writers are actually this great group of people who have an imagination that can work around set designs. It's kind of crazy. Um, I've heard some great stories from people who worked on The Magicians about how like there were episodes where they just had like no budget, so they had their actors in a black box theater with everything unlit. Um, and just like a spotlight on them basically, or like they were all in a room for like the majority of the episode because they had like, I don't know, a 15th of their budget left and they needed to make do with what they got. It works. Like Magicians is one of my top 10 shows of ever, and like they get through and get done with what they got because at the end of the day, we're not here for the giant sets. We're not here for the epic weapons or CGI. It's the characters. The characters are the
Yeah.
story. The set is a vehicle. It's like longer seasons tend to bring in shorter distances between between times needed. Like no one wants to wait 2 years for Stranger Things anymore. That era is gone. Let it die. Let it die. I got too passionate again. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's fine.
But that set itself was gorgeous. They need to. I hope they reuse that.
Right? Like,
God. And as a note, like Amazon was going to release this earlier than we got it, but there was a writer's strike and an actor's strike and a fire that was going on at the beginning of like 2024, 2025. So like, give it some grace. That and Percy Jackson, give it some grace, guys. It took a bit. I'm glad we got something good and not something bad.
Fair.
That's all for like my favorite moments. Like those two big things were everything to me. How about you?
For me, it's just like, yes, I saw some discourse because people just took screenshots of the Legion and said, "Oh my God, they butchered and Legion," and they kind of forgot that they are just wearing sports gear. Like that's how it was in the games.
Yeah, and the fact that they gave them anything honestly is crazy.
And it's just like I'm shocked by how fitting it all is. Like again, it's rare to get such a faithful recreation, and I do think it is faithful. It has it's the weird wasteland, it's the goofiness and the deadly the deadly seriousness of Fallout. It's the political commentary, it's the human commentary on humanity and the human nature, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so surprising how well it is done, how well the lore is respected. Like that one scene of the supermoon, we only got one, but the moment that he the moment that he ripped off that pole, I immediately thought, oh, that's a super mutant. We are finally getting them. We're finally getting
and then
something.
The showing of FEV, like they did a great job of teasing what is going to end up being a little bit more of a complicated idea, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And even like Ghoul mentioning like, no, we got bit by a different radioactive bug, cousin. I'm like, yeah, that's a good way of being like, they're not the same thing. They don't come from the same place. And that kind of leads me to, before we get into like, our favorite characters this season, it leads me to talking about the big mutant in the room, Thaddeus. My God, that boy is so fucked.
It's so interesting, right? Because at first we think it's a ghoul, and it could be, right? Because because he can just kind of grow. He actually he healed from that crossbow bolt, which is kind of strange. So yeah, we should have known from last season that it wasn't a ghoulification. But to this season is confirmed. That salesman somehow had a vial of
he mixed a bunch of shit together is what he did. Like he mixed like everything in his little kit and caboodle together and gave it to him. So it's kind of like an accidental Steve Rogers moment, right? Ooh, I accidentally created the perfect I accidentally created the worst super soldier serum possible. You're welcome.
And plus, sadly, because he's not getting bigger or he's not losing his hair, we know it's not a super mutant, which means it's the worst option.
I think he's turning into a centaurian or whatever. A centaur?
He's a centaur, yeah.
Yeah, because he lost his arm. And the image you sent me, and you can put it in the edit of this, of the centaur, he has like a missing arm or multiple missing arms, and he has like arms for legs. I think he's a centaur, and like that weird mouth thing looks like that. Otherwise, I just don't like his odds. I don't. And like, You even said out loud whenever he was first turned into whatever he is that he was not like that's not how ghouls are made. We don't really know how ghouls are
No,
made. That's not it. And
yeah,
I was like, okay, so like what what is he? And we don't know. We just don't know.
and
Uh
that's the most that's the most like interesting part. We
mhm.
don't know.
We have
He's got like
no
growing
clue.
mouse too, which is also not great.
I think again Centurion or whatever that green thing is that you sent me. It's like a green face.
Yeah.
Which
Plus,
sounds
it
like
could
it.
just be like anything though too. Like it could just be some new like it could be some new it could be some new mutation because the whole point of the FEV is that like like it will just like mutate into something crazy.
I'm gonna be so honest with you. I think he's probably gonna die early on, or he's gonna transform early on in the next season. And I have a horrific thought. It's gonna have to be Lucy who puts him down because Lucy has had to put everyone down who has wanted to be put down.
Yeah,
And
they're
and and
slowly eating her down.
and that's the thing. I think Lucy is a strong enough character. And by the way, guys, spoiler alert, we're getting to that section in like a second. But like Lucy is my favorite character of the season. But like we all but knew that. I do genuinely think that Lucy is a strong enough character that I don't think she's going to let the wasteland not change. It's going to change her. You can't go through an atomic wasteland and not come out changed. I don't think it's going there. It's going to let the. I don't think it's going to. She's not going to let it break her. I think it's going to be the difference. Is like she may change. She might evolve. She might become a stronger person, but I don't think it's going to break her. She is not the archetype to let that happen. Sure, she's a new player. Like we talked about this before this recording happened. Lucy is giving like new player coded. Like I'm making all the wrong choices, but there are no right choices in Fallout. Whereas the ghoul is like the experience. I chain smoke radioactive
Really?
shit all the time. This is my
Yeah.
choice, my decision. Archetype. I love her, and like a strong second to that is definitely the incest support group guy because like what the fuck was his storyline? It was so weird.
That was just kind of like what?
What's going on here?
But it was very funny too.
Incredibly funny, my god. No, like that's my favorite character is Lucy. Like she is truly like my standout of the season. How about
I
you?
think I don't know. For me it's rough. Like there's a lot of good characters.
You can have two. I'll give you two.
I don't know. Like I enjoyed them all, but favorite? Yeah, that's hard. It's gonna be. Hmm. I think. No, no, yeah. That's just. I mean, okay. I guess the first one that came to mind was Thaddeus. I think that's because I got him more now. I feel like
Yeah,
last this is because if Lucy's the new one, the new player, and Ghoul's the old player, right? I
yeah.
didn't really quite know where Thaddeus fit in. Like maybe he's the maybe he's the Brotherhood of Steel fans, but like that's very like specific. I'm starting to get him now. I think he's an idiot, a savant, and that's a popular Fallout build where you max out luck and you dump your like intelligence, right?
Okay.
And I think it's because he gets very lucky. Like he's a very lucky guy.
I think that's fair. I think that's very fair that like he would literally just go all in on luck. And that's a valid strategy. I mean, hell, I do that in some video games where I'm like, I don't need intelligence. In D&D, I used to do that. I used that, but then our DM made it to where like intelligence was no longer a dump stat, and if we dumped it, we were screwed.
Yeah.
It was smart on his part. It was very smart. Um, But no,
It's
like,
just very funny because like yeah, I think now I get him. Plus he had that great like hero he had the great like hero moment. I
yeah.
enjoyed him more. He helped kind of fill out the space because he's like an experienced Icelander. But he's
Hmm.
not that experienced, all right? So it's a good like in between
I think
of of Ghoul and like Lucy.
he's a good baseline average. Like, this is what the average Wastelander would be. Because, like, in my mind, you only get through, get to that age in Fallout by being stupid lucky. Um, oh, the kids in his, like, in his workshop were like, an added bonus, I think. I think. Like, the kids were hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, ah. It also gave him some humanity. Like, he's like, please don't shoot them. Come on, they're just kids.
And he killed a paladin, a very high-ranking brotherhood,
Yes, Maximus did.
which is quite nice of a brotherhood aspirant. It's just interesting because yeah, this season, like I guess is my one criticism of the season is
Yes.
that it kind of felt like it was a season 1.5. Hey, do you guys remember at New Vegas? Because we do. Like that it kind of felt like
I
that.
I think we're starting to see the tears in the 8 episode, hour episode model where like this is genuinely a good season. Like we can call it a good season. It is very entertaining and we are so happy that we got these characters, but there's not enough time with only 8 hours of content. We need more time. We need at least 12 episodes, I think, to really truly get a full season out of this. I want double, but I'll settle for the halfway mark of 12. I will settle for it because it was a half season. It was 1.5. It very much is like, hey, the next season's coming out and we'll get the full season 2 if you watch season 2 and 3 together. That's what it's going to end up being. Um and that sucks a little bit. Is that it is a big criticism. But I think we're getting to that fatigue. I think we're hitting like people talk about superhero fatigue. I don't give a shit about that fatigue. I give a shit about like television fatigue where it all just feels burned. Like it feels like I'm getting burnout from trying to watch all of this at once, and not get a satisfying end. The ending is good. It's not satisfying. It's not satisfying at all.
Yeah, fair.
Um,
Like it just felt like a continuation. And the
mhm.
first season, right? Like that felt like oh damn, like that's the ending to the campaign of like several quest lines. Here it's like, we did a few side quests and one main quest mission, but there's still more story left.
I will say they did tease the best thing they could have teased at the very end. Prime Liberty Prime Alpha. True American.
The best way to end it. I do wonder how they're going to do that. So because it's alpha, that implies that it's not the Liberty Prime that we see, right?
Yeah.
The Brotherhood does have the regular Prime. So are they gonna fight like next season? Are they gonna be two giant mechs fighting, and and they think that the others like a communist?
I think that is probably what they're gonna do, and I hope it's the funniest mech fight we've got in American history. Um, no, I think that's all I have for criticisms. Like they did a good job juggling everybody, but they needed more time. They needed more time for a better finale. Because it deserved a
Yeah.
better finale. Like this is a satisfying, okay, I'll rewatch this in like a year to prepare sort of season, but not like a oh my god, I'm gonna rewatch it immediately season. It's not a rewatch immediately season at all.
Yeah,
Um
same.
uh Predictions.
Oh boy, there's a lot here. Yeah, I like that they went with the Enclave as the villains because we haven't seen them for a good few games. So
Yeah, and the last game came out 10 years ago, so like in that time, how many years has it been since the Enclave were even a part of the game, such a
uh,
villain?
Fallout 3, which was like let's see, Fallout 3.
You're looking it up. Gotcha.
Yes, it came out in 2008.
Oh my God, it's been 18 years.
Yeah, the Enclave just haven't been in much, so it's refreshing to and to see them actually do stuff.
And they did a lot. They chopped off a congresswoman's head and used it to create the perfect slave robot. Crazy as
Worker.
hell.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, that I think the Enclave coming in is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see what the remnants of the United States government does to fuck up the rest of the wasteland. They have that initiative phase 2 for the vaults apparently. Um,
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I guess we don't really have any clue on what's that about. The phase two, the surfaces, the real experiment, the chips are still out there. It'll
I
be interesting.
I think my predictions. Shady Sands is gonna come back. Not like Shady Sands, like the people are gonna come back, but like we're gonna go back to the vault there, and something's gonna happen to those people, and they're gonna somehow warn Lucy, and Lucy's gonna have to go back to save her brother or something. Um, I want them to reunite. It's been long enough. We haven't seen them together since like episode 1 or 2 of season 1. So like I think they should reunite in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
Um,
right. There's a lot of plot lines.
I think that the war between the NCR and Legion is gonna play a role in this. And my third and like final prediction, Lucy's gonna be the one who has to put down Thaddeus because Maximus is not able to. I think he's gonna be begging for it, and Maximus is like, I can't do it, I can't do it to you. And Lucy's like, oh God, I have to kill you too. Oh, that poor girl. She has to kill everybody. Those are like my big three.
Yeah, I'm curious because I don't know. I feel like the ghoul plot line's also quite interesting with the supermutant. Like
Oh
so,
shit, yeah.
In New Vegas, there's a town of super mutants in the mountains. When the guys like they wiped us out, they that might be referring to that town. So it's gonna be
Ooh.
interesting if they also add because the whole point of Fallout, right, is that war will never change. So we have a Legion back in Vegas. We have the NCR back in Vegas. And there seems to be more than just that. The Enclave's making their move. It's very interesting. There's a
Okay.
lot of there's a lot of pieces here. I hope they can stick. I hope they can stick the
I
landing.
I think they can stick the landing if they keep it Enclave versus Vaults, NCR versus the Legion, and then I know people are not going to want Ghoul to take like a back seat, but he is moving away from the main story of Lucy, and I do think Lucy is the main story. Like, yes, we're exploring the wasteland in general, but Lucy is the main story. And so, like, him going off alone to get his wife and kid or his family in some way, that is departing very far from where Lucy currently is, in my opinion. So he might be a B plot line that we get like glimpses of, or he might get his own show. We don't know yet. He deserves his own show. I'd watch it.
Yep, I guess we'll see. Right?
Yeah.
It's a it's a
It's
rare good show. It's just
yes.
a surprise. It's just
And if anyone else has any shows to recommend that we watch that are also good shows in your opinion, feel free to leave them in the comments. I have enjoyed Fallout on a scale of like 1 to 10 atom bombs. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10 atom bombs.
I'd say uh, I'd say not, I'd say nine as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's obviously not the 10-ton blast that they were looking for in Vault, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. That's all for Rambles and Recaps today, but hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye!